There is something nobody tells you about keeping going. They tell you it was brave. They tell you it gets better. They tell you to be grateful you made it. What nobody tells you is how strange it feels to still be here. How you sometimes look at yourself and don't quite recognize the version that made it through. This frequency is for that version, the one who kept going, the one who is still finding their way back to themselves. I kept going on the days that asked too much. I kept going when the ground gave way beneath me. I kept going when the people I expected did not show up the way I needed. I kept going in the silence after everything, in the morning that came despite everything, in the version of myself that rose from what I was not sure I could rise from. I kept going, and I did not know then what I know now, that keeping going was everything. It cost me things I haven't named yet. It asked from me what I wasn't sure I had, but somewhere in the keeping going, something in me decided I was worth the effort of continuing. I kept going when every reason said to stop. I kept going through the loss and through the cost, and I am still here, imperfect and intact, carrying the proof of everything I've crossed. I kept going, I am still here, and that is not small, that is not nothing, that is everything. The 5DTA is moving through the places that survival required me to close, the parts of me I put on pause, to have the bandwidth to get through, the joy I deferred, the softness I suspended, the version of myself I told to wait, while I handled what couldn't wait. She waited, she is still there, and the 5DTA is going back for her now, to say it is safe to come back. The emergency is finally over, and something in me is exhaling for what might be the first time in years, a grief I didn't know I was carrying, for the version of me that had to be set aside to survive. I kept going when every reason said to stop. I kept going through the loss and through the cost, and I am still here, imperfect and intact, carrying the proof of everything I've crossed. I kept going, I am still here, and that is not small, that is not nothing, that is everything. I want you to stop and actually acknowledge what you made it through. Not minimize it, not contextualize it, not immediately follow it with, but other people have it worse. Just what you made it through. Say it to yourself in whatever words feel true. I made it through. Fill in your own blank, and then I want you to feel what it actually cost. The nights, the years, the versions of yourself you had to leave behind to make it to today. Honor that, not with more strength, with tenderness, the kind you would give to anyone else who had been through what you've been through. You deserve, at minimum, what you would give a stranger. 3096 is moving through the root now, through the guilt that survival sometimes carries, the grief of what was lost along the way, the fear that never fully finished, the residue that lives in the nervous system long after the mind has moved on. The 3096 speaks to that residue in the language of liberation. You don't have to carry this anymore. It was never a life sentence, it was only ever a passage. And that passage is complete. I kept going, and I am honoring that now. I kept going, and I am finally turning around to look at what I crossed and say, I see you, I see what it cost, I see what you did, and I'm still here. Softer now, not harder, more open, not more closed. Still here, still becoming, still going, still here. Still becoming, still going, and that is everything. Still here. Still here. There is something that happens after the storm passes, after the thing you survived is over. You look around at the life you are supposed to be living now, and you feel strange, grateful, yes, but also strange, like you are wearing a self that doesn't quite fit yet, like you are still catching up to the fact that it's over. That frequency, the strangeness, is not a problem. It is the integration, and this sound is for that. She made it out, but couldn't quite believe it. She kept waiting for the next wave to arrive. She kept the armor on past the ending. She forgot to tell her body it was allowed to survive, not just endure, but actually live. Not just function, but actually feel the peace she earned. Felt unfamiliar, like a room she wasn't sure she was allowed to stay in. But the 3096 is clearing now the residue of everything that passed. The cellular memory of bracing is being gently, gently released into the frequency, into the sound, into the past where it belongs. What survival left behind was never meant to be permanent. What survival left behind was only ever meant to be temporary. The bracing, the vigilance, the closed places were the cost of getting through, not the cost of staying through. I survived it, and I am releasing what I no longer need to carry from the other side. The 5QA is going into the cellular record, into the places where the story is still written, in the body's own language, intention and habit and reflex, not to erase, never to erase. What I went through made me more than I was before, made me tender in ways I wasn't, made me present in ways I couldn't be. The 52A is not erasing the story, it is integrating it, making it wisdom instead of weight. And I can feel the difference between a wound and a scar. A wound is still open, a scar is healed and still there, and still mine. getting through, not the cost of staying through. I survived it, and I am releasing what I no longer need to carry from the other side. Think about what you were like before the thing that changed you. Not better, not worse, just before. And then think about who you are now. Everything you learned that you could not have learned any other way. The empathy you developed because you know what it is to struggle. The discernment you developed because you learned who shows up. The depth you developed because shallow ground could not have held what you went through. None of that was free. It cost you real things, real time, real softness, real versions of yourself that didn't make it through. But what is on the other side of that cost is you. This version, right now, listening to this frequency, willing to integrate, willing to release, willing to become what comes after surviving. That willingness is the bravest thing. The 639 is opening the heart now, the one that learned to stay closed for safety, building the bridge between the one who survived and the one who is allowed to thrive. That bridge was always possible. The heart always had the architecture. It just needed the frequency to remember the blueprint of what it felt like to be fully, fully open, to be fully, fully alive. What survival left behind is becoming something new now. What survival left behind is being received and released now. The bracing is becoming breath, the vigilance is becoming vision. The closed places are becoming doors. I survived it, and I am still here, more whole than before, more open than before, more alive than I have been in a long time. Integrating, releasing, more whole, still here, more alive. I see you, not the version you perform for the world, not the version that has it together, not the version that smiles through it. The version underneath all of that, the one who actually went through the thing, the one who knows what it cost, the one who is still quietly processing. I see that version. This frequency is for that version, not the polished survivor, the actual one, the still becoming one. There are two versions of every story, the one you tell when people ask, and the one that lives in the body, in the 3 a.m. and the unguarded moments, in the way certain songs still break something open, in the way certain words still land wrong, in the way you are mostly fine, but fine is doing a lot of work. Fine is holding more than it looks like. Fine is not the same as healed, and healed is not the same as over, and over is not the same as whole. Wholeness is not the absence of what happened, it is the integration of what happened into something that no longer runs your life from underground. The version that made it deserves more than a sigh of relief. The version that made it deserves to be seen just the strength, but the cost of the strength. Not just the survival, but the grief inside the survival. The version that made it is worthy of full tenderness, full honoring, full frequency, full arrival. The 5DA is finding the parts of you that you put into storage. During the years, you needed all your resources just to get through the day. The creativity you deferred, the joy you postponed, the playfulness you traded for the functionality you needed. Those parts didn't disappear, they waited with the patience of something that knew you would come back when you were ready. The 5DA is telling them she is ready. And I can feel them stirring. The parts of me I thought I'd lost, they are not lost. They were only waiting for the emergency to end, for the safety signal, for this exact frequency, for this exact moment. The version that made it deserves more than a sigh of relief. The version that made it deserves to be seen completely. Not just the strength, but the cost of the strength. Not just the survival, but the grief inside the survival. The version that made it is worthy of full tenderness, full honoring, full frequency, full arrival. I want you to think about the moment it was hardest. Not to go back there, just to look at yourself in it. The version of you in the hardest moment of the thing you survived. I want you to look at that person with the eyes you have now, with everything you know now about how it ends, about how you get through, about what you become on the other side. Look at that version of yourself and tell them you are gonna make it. I know you can't see how yet. I know it doesn't feel survivable, but you are gonna make it. You are gonna come out the other side, and you are gonna be more yourself than you have ever been. You are gonna make it. I know, because you did. You already did. The 3096 is clearing the route now, the place where old fear lives past its usefulness, the place where grief became a resident instead of a visitor passing through. The liberation frequency knows the difference between honoring what happened and being imprisoned by it. It is not asking you to forget. It is asking something more important, to stop living as if you are still in the middle of it. Because you are not, you are on the other side. You have always been already arriving. The version that made it is standing in the frequency now. The version that made it is finally being fully received. Not just the strong parts, every part. Not just the healed parts, every part. The version that made it is whole, is worthy, is here, is finally fully here. Fully here. Fully here. The version that made it worthy, here, always, already arriving. This is not a song about being fixed. This is not a frequency for someone who has arrived. This is for the in-between, for the after. but not yet fully after. For the healed, but still healing. For the survived, but still integrating. For the you that is, right now, still becoming. This frequency honors that, not as a problem to solve, as a sacred in-between. As the most honest place a human being can occupy. I am not who I was before it. I am not yet who I am becoming. I live in the hyphen between those two, in the present tense of transformation. Some days I feel the distance I have traveled, how far I am from the worst of it. Some days the distance collapses and I am back in the feeling of it. And I have learned that both of those days are part of the same journey. Not evidence of failure, evidence of being human, evidence of being in it, all the way in it. And the 558 does not judge which day I am having. It meets me in both. It meets me in the progress and in the relapse into the old feeling. It says both are the healing. Both I am still becoming, and that is not a failure. I am still becoming. That is the whole point. Becoming is not the waiting room before the real life starts. Becoming is the life. Becoming is the frequency. I am still becoming, and I am finally at peace with that. The 639 is the heart's homecoming frequency. The one that closes the distance between the self who survived and the self who is allowed to love and be loved. That distance, I know it. The way you hold people slightly at arm's length because the last time you let them all the way in, something happened. And the arm's length felt like wisdom, and the 639 knows that wisdom and honors it. And then gently, very gently, asks if maybe the distance has served its purpose. And the heart considers it, really considers it, the way you consider putting down something heavy that you've been carrying for so long. You forgot it wasn't part of your body. I am still becoming, and that is not a failure. That is the whole point. Becoming is not the waiting room before the real life starts. Becoming is the life. Becoming is the frequency. I am still becoming, and I am finally at peace with that. Here is what I want you to know. The fact that you are not fully healed yet is not evidence that you are not healing. The fact that some days are harder is not evidence that you are going backward. The fact that you still flinch sometimes is not evidence that the work you have done was not real. Healing is not linear. It is not a straight line from broken to whole. It is a spiral. And sometimes the spiral brings you back near the beginning. Not to undo the progress, to integrate a deeper layer, to reach something the first pass couldn't reach. You are not going backward, you are going deeper. That is not regression. That is exactly how this works. The 3096 at the root of all of this is the frequency of liberation. Not the dramatic kind, not the sudden breakthrough kind, the quiet kind. The kind that happens in the middle of an ordinary Tuesday, when you realize you are not thinking about it today. When you realize the grip has loosened without you even noticing. When you realize you are not surviving anymore. You are just living, just living.